Hello and welcome to Create the Flow. I'm Monica Freeman, host and founder of Monica Freeman Studios and Unewell. I am here to guide you in aligning with your soul's purpose, trusting your inner voice, and building a life that you truly love. You were born with a purpose, and your intuition already knows the way. Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be discussing, are you living your soul assignment? This is something that is so crucial and important to me, and that's because the more I lean into living in harmony and peace with myself and living in full authenticity, I start to realize that I have to show up in a different way every day because I actually have to be cognizantly aware of these whispers and these nudges and these signs that the universe is constantly sending us. So today I want to talk about what that looks like for you and how you can actually lean into that and change your life so that you are living in alignment. We all receive these intuitive signs from the universe. Sometimes we're ready to receive them, and sometimes we question them, and other times we kind of just ignore them altogether and wait until they absolutely become problematic, which we'll get into later. But let's just say hypothetically you have a nudge right now that you're supposed to follow your intuition. You can't actually place it because there's no logical explanation why this is happening, why this thought came up, where this is even coming from. But you know you're supposed to lean into it. Well, when that happens, that is the universe guiding you to follow your soul, to complete your soul's assignment. And again, this doesn't always look logical. So because we can't see the entire picture, we can't see the path through the trees, we hold ourselves back because we are rational and some of us analytical and some of us think way too much about the shoulds and the thises and the that's and the what ifs and all the things. One of the reasons why we hold ourselves back is because we have deeply embedded limiting beliefs. I've discussed limiting beliefs before on this podcast, but essentially these are thoughts and patterns and programs and things we have been told since childhood from maybe parents, teachers, mentorship from society. Things like, if you get a good job straight out of college and climb the ladder in corporate America and get to whatever feels comfortable to you, so whether that's the CEO or a marketing director or whatnot, whatever feels good to you, that's when you'll be happy and that's when you'll be successful, because that's what we have been taught. That's the program that we've been sold. And instead of challenging that and saying, wait a minute, is there something different for us? We just trust that all of these people who have told us the same story know better than the guidance that we're being given from the universe, essentially. That causes us to ignore these signs, these whispers, these intuitive downloads, because it makes us feel unsafe, because we don't have proof with this illogical thing that something is going to work out. And it's really scary to try something new for the first time when we don't know how it ends, because unfamiliar to our subconscious mind equals danger. That's just like this big red flag, that big red sign that says stay out or stay away. And because our minds are here to protect us, they don't actually understand the divine guidance that the universe is sending to us. So because of that, we decide to ignore these signs. And I can speak from experience. Anytime I didn't go toward the sign, I had like my life crumble around me, because what happens is the cost of avoidance gets to be loud. First, it's like this small little thing that happens and you're like, okay, that's easy. I can fix that. Then it becomes bigger and bigger and bigger until you either have a spiritual awakening, which is like the dark night of the soul, or you completely descend into like worst case scenario, rock bottom, and you don't find your way out. So what I want to share on this podcast today is that the nature of your soul assignment is for you to absolutely live your highest self. It's to feel your best. It's to be in peace. It's not meant to create chaos in your life. These little whispers that you can get can show up in so many different ways. They don't all have to be, a business idea, even though I referenced business a few minutes ago. It can be you getting a nudge to move to another city or another state or maybe another country, or to reach out to somebody and just check in with them. It can literally be anything that internally you feel that just pops up out of nowhere, because it doesn't always have to make sense. It just has to feel right. And the more you start listening to these things that actually feel right to you, and you start listening as the universe is nudging you, and you lean into them, the more you start to feel aligned and in harmony. And that's actually at the place where you start to manifest. Because when you're an energetic match for the thing you're trying to attract to you, it just shows up. That's why when you get out of this dysregulated state and you start to calm yourself and follow this intuition, you start to feel different. Things start to slowly work out. I know that for myself, I do daily check-ins, and I'll ask myself, did I live my assignment today? Because it is really, really easy to see somebody online doing something and to get confused and to lose that idea, that thing that was placed in our heart. And so we're unable to activate that manifestation, because now we're not a magnet to receive, because we're living out of alignment. So when you do these internal checks every single day, and that doesn't mean you're getting nudges every single day, that just means that you are checking in to make sure that you are living in alignment with what your body is showing you, what it's telling you, what the universe is guiding you to do. If you are totally unclear what I'm speaking about, and you've never received a whisper, a nudge, an intuitional ping or anything, I want you to quiet your mind for a second. And I want you to speak to the universe with so much compassion and faith. And I want you to ask the universe to show you what gifts you have, or what fear is keeping your gifts hidden, so that you can start deconditioning. But I want you to be open to receiving whatever the universe shows you. But I want you to, again, find a very sacred space where you can go internally and ask the universe for guidance, because the universe is here to guide us. It's not trying to withhold from us. And that's the thing that we have to understand. All the limiting beliefs that we were told were, in fact, lies. They were fear-based mechanisms, because fear is just false evidence appearing real. And it's not that somebody did anything wrong and they were trying to hurt you. That's what their conditioning was. And that's all they know. So the truth is, when you allow your soul to guide, and the fulfillment comes from your soul, and you're able to express these gifts to the world, and you're able to lean into these whispers, you actually are living your assignment. You're living in alignment, and you feel your absolute best. And that truly, my friends, is when you feel safety. That's happiness. Happiness is not the object, the material possession, or the emotion we think that we want to feel because it's going to change the way life looks now. It's actually feeling safe inside. It's knowing that we are able to have, yes, the emotion, but not the emotion of oh my God, I want to be a millionaire. The emotion that comes with being a millionaire, I'm safe, I'm secure, I'm protected. So the more you lean into this and the more you live in alignment, you can really find this balance and this peace and this safety you've never had before. So I'm going to give you a few journal prompts, because I love journal prompts, to help you dive into this deeper. And I want you to really sit with yourself in silence, do this in a journal, take note, write this, rate it actually, do a 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest for each one of these, and build clarity where you might be lacking right now in your life. And if there are any call to actions that you can step into and make small changes to be in alignment. So the first thing I want to ask you to journal on is, what am I called to change right now? Is there something that feels misaligned in your life that you truly feel called to change right now? If there is, I want you to write that down. The second journal prompt is, what are my gifts? Every single person on this earth has gifts. I don't want you to think that you're not special, that you don't have any gifts. We all have gifts. So think about the things that you truly know that you're great at. You can be a good listener. You can be an artist. You can be a social worker. You can be a designer. Write down your gifts. And then the third thing I want you to journal on is the question, Am I truly happy or is something missing? So, do I truly feel happy internally or does something feel like it's missing from my life? The next question is I want you to ask if you feel like you're in alignment with your soul's assignment now. And if you're not, I want you to write down one small action that you can take today to step toward that soul mission, that soul assignment. I would love to hear what you guys came up with. If you want to DM me at Create the Flow Podcast, or if you want to email me, you can email me. You can also text me. It's in the show notes. I'd love to hear what you came up with and what really feels aligned with you at this chapter of your life. And keep in mind, as you grow and evolve, these things are going to change. So you're not married to one thing. We're not committing our lives forever. This is an ever evolving thing that we are doing to align ourselves for the long run with our soul's assignment. I hope this helped inspire you to take action today to live your purpose. I love you so much. I'll see you on the next episode. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. If you'd like more information, you can follow along on Instagram at Create the Flow Podcast or find me personally at Monica Freeman. And if you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to leave a review and share it with a friend.